The time has come, my book babblers. I'm Brianna, and this is my channel. If you are new, welcome. If you are not new, welcome back. I'm glad to see you. It is time for another episode of The Books That Made Me. Today we are getting into a book that I read eons ago when it was first published. I found this book when I went with my mom to Borders. Who amongst the class remembers Borders? If you don't, that is okay. But it's also sad because you missed a fun time. There used to be a lot of really fun bookstores besides Barnes & Noble. And Borders was one of them. And my mom and I were walking around, and on the fantasy table, because my mom was a big fantasy junkie, and so she was determined I was going to read fantasy too. And I found one called The Green Rider by Kristen Britain. And it was, I'm not sure if it was her debut novel. I still don't know to this day. I probably should look that up. But I was very intrigued by it, and my mom got it for me, and it was amazing. It is about a woman, well, a girl, an older teen who is expelled, suspended from her private school, and instead of being kicked out, she kind of is like, I'll show them, and runs away in the middle of the night. And as she is on the trail home, she is met by this man who is a Green Rider. They are messengers for the king, who has been shot with 2 black arrows in his chest. And he makes her swear an oath that she will then deliver this message to the king, and inadvertently becomes a Green Rider herself. And so you get to go on her adventures with her as she is attempting to deliver this message to the king. And it is the beginning of, I believe she is still releasing books to this day. I only ever read the first 3 because she takes so long in between books, which is, she's worse than George R.R. Martin. And I'm pretty sure, like, when I was reading the book, because I'm filming this after, I've said that I don't believe she kills as many people as George R.R. Martin. I don't think anybody possibly could. But she certainly takes a long time to put out a book. But it was like such good writing, I didn't care. But then I lost interest. So this is one, I was like, this is one that was like probably my first 5-star read, the first book that I ever, like, oh my gosh, was obsessed with. So I had to reread that. So come along with me as we're gonna go read this. I got the audiobook from Everond, and let's get into it. Let's go. For a book that I haven't read in, 30 years, I'm really impressed with, like, when I'm listening to it, how much of it I remember. Like, I don't remember anything because ADHD just, but this, no. As we're going along, I'm like, oh yeah, So I'm wondering, because I'm barely started it, I'm wondering if that will continue as we read. And we'll see if it still holds up. This book is really holding up. And I think it's because it's out of time, if that makes sense. It's a high fantasy book. And So even if it was written in 1998 or published in 1998, it doesn't matter because it holds up. It's out of time because it's this high fantasy novel. And I'm listening to it and I remember a lot more than I thought I would, which I am really impressed because I read it when it was first published. I just happened to stumble upon it and it became one of my favorite books. I was 13, going on 14. Like, okay. And I'm listening to it and I'm just like, this was my favorite book when I was 13 going on 14. I was a nerd. I am still a nerd because I'm thoroughly enjoying this book. It is really good. I've always liked a powerful woman, and that's what this book is. Well, now I'm to parts I don't remember. So her father has gotten to the school to discuss her, and I don't remember any of this. I guess that wasn't what caught my attention because it wasn't about her and her adventures. But now this whole book, like this book, I can't say it enough. It completely holds up. So for a book that was written in 1998, it's talking about taxing the rich, like taxing the kings and taxing the merchants more. And I was like, oh, yeah, that's still applicable. So we're finally getting into stuff that I don't remember as well in this book. And it is stressing me out. Like, the king is in danger. Like, that's what this has been about the whole time, obviously. And it's stressing me out. And this, I must continue listening. I need to finish this. But it's stressing me out. Just literally finished The Green Rider, and 13-year-old me had fantastic taste compared to 8-year-old me. Oh my God, that book still slaps. Oh my God, that book holds up so well almost 30 years later. So it did drag in a few places, I think, like that could have been cleaned up and shortened a bit. But it was so full of action and intrigue, and you just get to know this world. I felt like there was really good world building in it. I just absolutely still adore this book. And really, honestly, the only reason I never continued on with the series after the first couple is Kristen Britain is as bad as George R.R. Martin when it comes to putting out books. Except I'm pretty sure George R.R. Martin has more books in the Game of Thrones series than she does in this. I'm going to have to look and see how many are out now because I stopped reading at book 3. But I'm going to keep going because holy fuck. Oh my God. It was so good. I highly recommend this book. If you love fantasy, just straight up fantasy, or you're wanting to try straight up fantasy, this one is a fantastic entryway into it because it's not overly complicated, but it is a fantastic book that does a good job with, like, it's not overly heavy, intricate worlds. It's straightforward and just fun. It's so fun. Still slaps. Love it. I'm just so I'm so glad I reread it. I never reread this when I was younger, and now I'm just like, yeah, I want to read the next one. Absolutely fantastic book. Man. So thank you for joining me for another episode of The Books That Made Me. This one was definitely a hit when I was 13 and definitely a hit at 40. Holy crap. If you like this video, smash that like button. If you like these kind of videos and just enjoy this content, I'm having a fun time, subscribe, stick around. I'd love to have you. And on that note, I will see you next time. Bye, guys.